Hi guys, so Rishi Sunak delivered a speech from Downing Street today where he said that Parliament would sit until this thing was done. The vote to deem Rwanda a safe country in order to send people to the African nation. More bluster from the Prime Minister, who pledged extra staff, be them officers who would pick people up and accompany them to Rwanda, more courts providing space for trials and more judges to preside over these cases. He even claimed that an airfield was ready to go and has agreements with charter airlines. Do you believe him?
Parliament would sit there tonight and vote no matter how late it goes. No ifs, no buts, these flights are going to Rwanda. We are going to deliver this indispensable deterrent so that we finally break the business model of the criminal gangs and save lives. Starting from the moment that the bill passes, we will begin the process of removing those identified for the first flight. We have prepared for this moment. To detain people while we prepare to remove them, we've increased detention spaces to 2,200. To quickly process claims, we've got 200 trained, dedicated caseworkers ready and waiting. To deal with any legal cases quickly and decisively, the judiciary have made available 25 courtrooms and identified 150 judges who could provide over 5,000 sitting days. The Strasbourg Court have amended their Rule 39 procedures in line with the tests set out in our Illegal Migration Act. And we've put beyond all doubt that ministers can disregard these injunctions with clear guidance that if they decide to do so, civil servants must deliver that instruction. And most importantly, once the processing is complete, we will physically remove people. And to do that, I can confirm that we've put an airfield on standby, booked commercial charter planes for specific slots, and we have 500 highly trained individuals ready to escort illegal migrants all the way to Rwanda, with 300 more trained in the coming weeks. This is one of the most complex operational endeavours the Home Office has carried out. But we are ready, plans are in place, and these flights will go come what may. No foreign court will stop us from getting flights off.
Oh my goodness, foreign court. Okay, so first of all, he mentioned about the vote. Well, the vote would probably go through because he has majority. Then he talked about removing people. He claims to have staff. Okay, we'll have to wait and see if that's true or not. More detention space, but that's possible. So the Home Office can probably pull something together at the last minute. So I don't see that really being a blocker. More caseworkers. Where did he find these people? Or are they going to be existing staff moved off other duties, from other duties? So he's going to take existing Home Office staff, tell them, stop doing what you're doing, you need to focus on this instead. Why? Well, I need to save my career. More courts, more judges. Okay, what the hell is he talking about there? The judiciary is already collapsing. We've seen strikes from barristers recently about the whole system collapsing. So I don't know where he's finding these judges and where he's finding these extra courtrooms. The reference, of course, to the European Court as a Strasbourg court first, and then, of course, he talked about it being a foreign court, which is a lie, because the UK is part of this court. If this court was in London, it would still be an international court. It wouldn't be a British court. Ministers will be able to ignore international law, and civil servants will be forced to follow through with that. Well, we saw civil servants recently saying that they would go on strike if they were forced to break international law. And I've said before, the civil service don't want to be standing, in the dock. They don't want to be in front of a tribunal sometime in the future trying to explain why they were just following orders. So I don't see this flying either. And finally, on the issue of flying, he says that he has an airfield and he has charter planes. Well, it seems that even the Rwandan state airline didn't want to be tarnished, to have its reputation tarnished by this, so it has refused. So I would love to know who these charter airlines are. Now, when it comes to the airfield, they'll have to have massive amounts of security, because as soon as if this is true, if any of this is actually true, it's not just a Tory lie, but if any of this is true, if they're going to load people onto the plane, they're going to have massive security there. And the RAF had said, look, we don't want to be involved in this. We don't have the money. We don't want the problems of this. So who are these charter airlines? It would be great to know. Unless, I've mentioned on social media, it could be possible that it's some Tory donor who has planned to make some money and throw their and be willing to throw their reputation in the bin. So it's possible that they have some charter airlines, but they're not the usual charter airlines. So it's going to be interesting to see the vote today and, well, what's going to happen in the next few weeks. Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think. As always, your comments are greatly appreciated. Thanks a lot.